I want to thank the Business of Design Week for inviting me to be with you. And I'm just going to take you through a series of slides that shows 5 new or newish projects and walk you through some ideas that inspired them and basically talk about how we work. The art of emotion, space, experience, and living. These are really the tenets behind how we work on a daily basis. Our design is really sort of evolutionary process. And I think the things that you see in here show basically how we're working these days. Art and emotion. What does it mean to make a design disappear? The invisibility of design is something that's really important to us. We are interested not in recreating, but in creating. Not imitating, but reflecting. Not to signify, but rather to have significance. How to achieve this? This is really an ongoing investigation for us. And what you see in here is the evolution of years of putting ideas on paper, building, making adjustments, putting ideas on paper again, building, making adjustments. It's an ongoing investigation. I would say it's a continuous editing process. And I believe that that really is sort of the design staples for us. Materiality and truth. What is the true nature of a material? Find this, and then just allow the material to be. Material has a temperature, a strength, weight, texture. It's not trying to tell us anything, it just is. It's honest, it's humble. And it's not about manipulation. Instead, it's about essence. We try to let this essence of the material be a part of the composition. And we want that composition to surprise us. Surprise and hopefully delight. What makes a space is how it affects us emotionally. We try to imagine ourselves in the space, and as we're drawing, and even through the process of building, we try to put ourselves there. If you see a space without people, it's difficult to make the translation in your head, but you put someone inside of it, and it becomes inhabitable, even through an image. Hopefully, it allows you as well to dream. It may be a texture, light, or the absence of it. And just the nature of total manipulation. It's completely beyond us to determine what is universally right, what makes sense for everyone, for the user, developer, or for an operator. Instead, what we seek is a successful partnership. We look for a common chemistry with our partners. We look for lasting relationships. In development, operation, all of our relationships are built on trust and care. We have a great pride in long-standing relationships with the developers and operators that we work with. We tend to work with repeat clients. We do things again and again. We try things, we fail. Again, it's an ongoing work in progress, and I'm saying this over the course of 18 years working together with Tony. So our allegiance to our guiding principles and tenets have been developed basically throughout time, and what you're seeing here is, I think, a result of that. Willingness to discover and understanding through failure that it leads to growth, and that evolution is a continuous series of refinements and adaptations. What makes a design successful? Balance. Seamlessness in operation, in experience, in what you eat, what you see, what you smell, what you hear. A reverence for the basic materials that make a space work. Some kind of emotional resonance. Memory building. Looking at the history of a room. Fullness, variety, surprise, fulfillment, impressions. Timelessness is a difficult word, and we try to avoid that word. Instead, we say now. Not the living in the moment kind of now, but rather a direct aesthetic experience. This door handle is bumpy. This leather is smooth. This tile is slick. The glass is sparkly. The flower is green. The bed looks comfortable. And we've tried lots of beds. Luxury, another very difficult word. Instead, we say real. Let us walk into a room. Let us try to understand its roomness. The sequence of movement through the space, how it is inviting, how it is desirable. What are its textures, its layers? How does it open itself to you? What remains unseen? What is discoverable? What colors your experience? Place in the world. Many of you are global travelers or aspiring global travelers. It's not unusual for us to be on 4 continents within 4 weeks. We move around a lot. The world appears to be getting smaller, although I would say it's not. But there's sometimes a great difficulty in waking up and knowing where you are. We rely on views. Sometimes they're big views. Where am I? Here I am. Where am I? Here I am. Where am I? Here I am. 3 cities. A view puts you in context. It can occasionally be more than this, obviously. And what we aspire to is allowing you to understand where you are through the design without hitting you in the face with it. What is there to see? Is this a representation of a flower? We would argue no. It is a flower. And yet it is something much more. It is rich with layering, transparency, reflection, with light. In its context, by chance, perhaps even by accident, one might come across any of these qualities. And this is our desire with the design. Only when design is invisible does it truly resonate. Thank you.